Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. This is a timeless bonus reading. It is for whenever you find it. And we're going to just jump right in here. I'm calling this like a super mega bonus reading or something like that. I don't know. It's just something I came up with. But each one of these cards is going to represent something different. And that'll be that, Taurus. So let's see what's going on for you at this time. You start off with this higher power card, so I do feel like you are very connected, and clearly you are being guided at this time. I feel like you're being guided out of purgatory, basically. This last card, this time to go card, it is like my, kind of like purgatory card where it's like nothing's really moving forward, nothing's moving backwards. It's just like things are static, and I feel like you're finally making a change in any area of your life that is static. Anywhere where you feel like stuck or if you're feeling like things are always the same or not changing. It's like that's what I feel like you are being guided towards. Like I said, each one of these cards represents something different. In your current general energies, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords about moving on to calmer shores. It's also a card of kind of like sacrifice. The mother and the child, normally, that are on the Six of Swords, they have sacrificed everything that they have. They are only wearing the clothes on their back, and they're making a change, and they're making that change with nothing, basically. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be letting go of something like everybody else at this time seems to be letting go of something. And you could be making like, gives me like fresh start vibes, let's put it that way. And that'll be that. I'm going to clarify each one of these cards right away with 3 cards. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. Three of Wands is expansion. Five of Wands can be an adventure. Five of Wands can be, kind of chaos and conflict as well. But I like the Five of Wands personally. To me, it is a card of chaos and conflict or competition, but it can be a really good card. I call it Indiana Jones because it's definitely a card of going on an adventure, but it's also like going on an adventure to find some treasure. And look at that. Again, Ten of Cups and Three of Wands are good cards. So if you're making some significant changes at this time, I feel you are being rewarded for these changes. Again, the Five of Wands, I feel, is something that everyone is experiencing. I feel it's just people in your life might not be understanding the changes you're making. As I've said before, I feel like it's more important now than ever to make our own decisions in our life. I think what people don't realize is you might feel inspired to do something like move, travel, change your business, and other people might tell you it's a bad idea, but it's coming from their perspective. It's like they don't understand what you have manifested in your life or how things are going to work in your life. Their life is not your life. So I do feel this is saying you need to be very careful about taking advice from people. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take advice from people. It just means like understand where their advice is coming from before you accept it as, gospel, before you accept it as something that you should do. Again, I think sometimes we ruin our manifestations because we take advice from someone who isn't manifesting the same thing we are. Plain and simple. I definitely feel that here. But again, fortune after difficulty with that Ten of Cups. Next, you have this Fates card, the Fates. And I do feel there are a lot of fated things coming in for you at this time. I feel there are a lot of like fated changes coming in as well, but I feel more it's saying you're on the right path, basically. Next, in the area of I already forgot, messages from your future self, you have the Hermit. The Hermit says you've been through a lot, but now it's time to shine your inner light. I don't know why it's not focusing, but whatever. It's a card of needing to shine your inner light. And normally he has a star in a lantern, but it's kind of closed off. I feel like you need to shine something bright. You even have all these stars all over this card right here. It's like it's almost like she's wearing those stars, And I kind of feel you need to wear your stars with this Hermit energy. I feel like it's saying it's time to share. Sometimes I feel like the Hermit is more talking about sharing an energy or sharing your voice or whatever you want to call it. With the Hermit, you have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles. Again, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles says it's time. He's being too cautious. He's being too withdrawn maybe and shy, kind of like the Hermit. The whole point of the Knight of Pentacles is he's the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. He's the only one that represents no movement, even though technically all nights represent movement in the tarot. He's being too cautious. He's playing it safe. I feel like it's time to not play it safe. The Chariot. The Chariot driver is leaving behind the city that is behind him. He is like leaving what he has always known, and he's trusting that the universe is guiding him. This is critical information in your reading, Taurus. No clickbait, because of that Five of Wands. That Five of Wands is saying the universe is guiding you. The people in your life are not guiding you. And again, that does not mean you can't listen to the people in your life, but I feel like it's saying you need to trust your inner self, the universe, kind of what you've been working on in your life and all these other things, because that's what's going to lead to the success with the Chariot. Seven of Pentacles is definitely talking about a change in direction. And I feel like your future self is encouraging you to make some changes or to change the direction of your destiny or fate at this time. Because, Seven of Pentacles just says, are you doing everything that you possibly can be doing at this time? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, but are you? I would say, is there more that you dream of? Do you dream of having more, creating more, doing all those things? I would go for it with the Seven of Pentacles. Next, you have this Time to Go card. Again, we already talked about this. I feel like this is talking about like purgatory, kind of like being in this in-between area of your life. It's kind of like being between these two doorways. And so I kind of feel like you are making a change with this Time to Go card. You're leaving this static energy behind. Next, in the area of anything unexpected or any unexpected good news that could be coming in for you. No matter what shows up here, this is the good stuff. It's meant to be positive, this position. So you have the Five of Cups. And so obviously, on the positive side of things, the Five of Cups would represent gratitude and being grateful. It would also represent seeing what you do have available to you if you have been feeling lack or feeling like things are not going your way. And that's kind of what I feel for you here. You have the Six of Cups, the World, and the Five of Cups again. So the World would again represent a change. You have the most change cards out of any sign that I've done these readings for so far. So clearly you're going through a big change or a transformation. Six of Cups would be a turnaround. So again, I feel like things are turning around for you or things will be improving. And that World card would represent kind of like a birthing process or being born into a new world. I also feel like you're kind of completing a lot of cycles. Again, sometimes I think we enter into this area of our life where we're almost in purgatory because it's like maybe our energy or maybe we have certain requirements from the universe, like certain experiences that we need to have before we can move to the next level. And I feel the good news is that you're kind of like getting to the next level as far as your fate or your destiny is concerned here. And that's just, it's just that simple. That's what this looks like to me. Next, for are you on the right path? You have this King of Swords energy. The King of Swords, I feel like it's kind of like saying yes. The King of Swords is a card of wisdom, knowledge. He has the most wisdom and knowledge out of any of the kings in the tarot. So I would say yes. It's like you know exactly what to do to, and so I feel like you're on the right path. But let's see here, Taurus. You have the Six of Wands, definitely yes. The Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor, and the Eight of Pentacles. Hell yes, is what I would say there. I love this. This is very good. Six of Wands is a card of excellence and success. Knight of Cups is a Knight in Shining Armor. And again, the Eight of Pentacles is like material success on the horizon. The Eight of Pentacles represents receiving rewards for the work that you have done. So I feel that there are a lot of rewards, or you are receiving rewards for the work that you have done at this time. And there's like a lot of abundance coming in because of it. So I definitely love this reading for you. There's a lot of success. The Six of Wands is kind of like a card of accomplishment. Normally there's the same wreath that kind of looks like on the World card on the Six of Wands. The guy on the horse, he's holding the wand. It has a wreath at the top. It does represent a difficult period of time before you get the card. The thing with the Six of Wands is like the guy on the card, he has been to war and now he's coming back from war. So I feel this reading is kind of clearly saying you've been in this period of time where there has been conflict and competition with the Five of Wands, or there have been some difficulties, but these difficulties are exactly the thing that is getting you to the next level, as I said up here. Next, in the area of what could be, this is something like an opportunity that could exist for you if you go out and find it. I think that in life there are many different things that we could do. Like I could, I'm traveling right now and I could choose to go home early, right? If I wanted to, I could do anything. So I feel like this is something that could happen that you maybe don't see at this time. You have the Emperor, and I feel like you're much more in control of your destiny than you realize. It reminds me of The Big Leap, a book by Gay Hendricks, you know, and that's like the energy that I'm getting here. In that book, he asks the question, I don't know the exact question, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's something like, if you knew that everything would work out 100% successfully, if you knew that everything would go 100% your way, what would you do? And that's what I'm getting here. It's like, I feel like you don't realize how much control over your fate you have at this time. And it's like, if you knew that just everything would just work 100% according to plan, what would you do? I think that's a question you need to ask here. Now you have the Seven of Swords, the Hermit again, and the Seven of Pentacles. You also have the Ten of Wands popping out here. Ten of Wands is like a lot of work. But the Seven of Swords could be lying, cheating, stealing. But again, that's not the point of this position here. It's kind of like a position that represents maybe something that has potential for you. Seven of Swords is actually a good card. It's a card of tactics. It's a card of doing things differently. Normally there's a guy who's stealing swords from the army in the background, and it kind of represents, again, doing things differently. He's not going to war. He's stealing the swords instead of going to war. So it just says there are other ways of doing things. The Hermit is saying it's time for you to shine your inner light. I feel like it's time for you to let something out, some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability, something you're good at, or kind of like needing to share with people who want good things for you here, Taurus. The Seven of Pentacles is saying, Seven of Pentacles twice, with the Hermit twice in this row, by the way. You know, it's kind of like saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, are you getting the results you desire from your life right now? Or is there something else you'd rather be doing, but you don't feel like you could do or can do because you feel your life needs to be more perfect? That's kind of like what I'm getting here. I'm actually going to pull 3 more cards at the end because I want to clarify this a little bit deeper. At the end, with messages from your guides, you have the Eight of Cups. I feel like the message I'm getting here is that your guides want you to walk away from, you know, it is a card of walking away from things that no longer serve you, but I feel like your guides want you to remove things from your life that control you emotionally. The Eight of Cups is like an emotional whirlpool, and it kind of represents things that might be trying to control your life, you know, with your emotions or something else. So let's look into this here, and let's see. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah, I definitely feel it's time to take a leap of faith. Do you have the Chariot twice? Yes, you have the Chariot right here. So I feel like the Chariot twice is really saying it's time. There's a lot of cards of control here. Like, I feel like it's very much time for you to take control of your destiny. And I feel like it's like critically important that you do take control of your destiny. And what I mean by that is if you have an idea, a plan, a goal, a wish, a dream, something you want to accomplish, I feel like you need to take the leap of faith with that Fool card. And the Nine of Cups is about kind of like bathing in an energy. And again, people have been getting the Nine of Cups like crazy. I've never had a time where the Nine of Cups comes up so much in readings. And I really feel that, you know, the Chariot is also a card of as above, so below, but it's also so within, as without, or whatever they say. Or as within, so without, right? So it's like our inner world creates our outer world. And especially right now, again, I've never had so many readings where like that message comes up. So I would be working on your internal world here, but I want to get more details on this, like maybe this opportunity that could exist if you wanted it to, or this like needing to realize that things can 100% work out. By the way, it's 10:10 on the clock over here. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands about like really boldly going where you've never gone before here, Taurus. It's about like really diving into something, really making something happen. So the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive. He really nurtures things into existence as well. Like if he wants something or wants to create something, he does it. He does everything he can to make it happen. You have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. It is like, if you put energy into something, do you get a result? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop. Plain and simple. And at the end here, you have the King of Cups. King of Cups is all about your emotions and how it's about having very deep emotions and feelings towards something. And it's about controlling your reality with your emotions. For some of you as well, I do feel like this could be love coming in for you. I am getting something here about like having a choice to make between two people. Could be a fire sign and a water sign. You know, I would just pick the person who puts in the work. Immediately my eye was drawn to the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a person who is willing to put work in. So I would focus on the person who's willing to put work in. It's a pretty simple reading. I feel like it's saying it's critically important you take control of your destiny. To do that, I feel like you're doing it through your feelings and also, working on your inner world, which again, other people have had at this time. I would also say it's time to jump right into something that seems like too big for you to do, is what this reading is saying, your destiny, which maybe you feel like you don't have the talents, skills, abilities, skills, whatever. I would just start small. The Eight of Pentacles is kind of like the whole, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time type of thing. It's like saying, you might have this big dream, big goal. You might feel like you don't have the things you can or need to have to create it, but I would start taking small bites towards it, because it's like those small victories, you're gonna get more and more confident. King of Wands. King of Wands says if you're not confident, what can you do to change your inner world? What can you do to become more and more confident? Have those small victories. It's like, and just keep increasing the amount of effort you put into something after a victory, and you'll have bigger and bigger and bigger victories. Pretty simple stuff, but I love this. Very good reading for you. So thank you for being here, Taurus. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.